My name is Irina and I'm going to storytell the story Village Party. Sophia and William Walter lived in a small village. On the last day of May, Sophia came up with an idea. She suggested William to have an enormous party on the 21st of June and to invite everybody in the village because 21st June was the longest day of the year there and it was an event that had to be celebrated. William said it was a brilliant idea, and together they started racking their heads over about what they should have at the party. For entertainment, they decided to have party quizzes, races, and competitions. Then Sophia asked whether to have pop or rock music. William said that they could have both, and that the guests should wear funny costumes or their best clothes as well. Then they went to speak to their parents about the village party idea. Their parents thought that was a brilliant idea, and Mom even suggested to have a volleyball match in Mrs. Tripp's front garden. Dad said he could bring prizes for the races and competitions. And the big day arrived, and Sophia and William worked hard in order for the party to be perfect. Neighbors helped too. They carried out the tables in the street, and somebody brought 100 paper plates and plastic cups. Then it began to rain. Mr. Sand, Mrs. Kite, and Miss Smart didn't panic. They saved the day. Everybody carried the tables under the huge tents Mr. Sand brought, and then they hid from the rain under the umbrellas Mrs. Kite got. When they finished moving everything, the sun came out, and the sun came out. So everybody moved everything back in the street again and dried any wet chairs with the towels Miss Smart brought. About 5 o'clock, William entered the dancing competition. He didn't win. Sophia's friend Betty did. His friend Dan won the hopping race, and Mrs. Tripp won the skipping race. Sophia's grandmother won the running race for grandparents, and Grandpa's friend Richard won the sports quiz. Then Uncle Harry won a prize for the funniest costume. He looked like an octopus, but he couldn't hold 8 sandwiches in his 8 arms. About 8 o'clock, Mr. Walter stood up and thanked everybody for their effort to make the party perfect. Everybody cheered and clapped. Nobody went home before midnight. The next day, Sophia started imagining what would it be if they would have a party next year. If they would have the party the same, if they would host the party again next year, but they would call it the summer festival and have different. William laughed and said it was much too early to start talking about that yet.